that's where all this stolen valor crap comes from. Okay, remember I was telling you about Rambo and how he put those scenes in it. So what happens is he violated the contract. Mel Friedman and Chris Cosby had to come in and repair Bloodsport and really put it back. What you're really seeing in Bloodsport is really the work of, I think, Mel Friedman and Chris Cosby more than Sheldon. Although Sheldon did have a lot of things, but there's nothing he wrote in there as far as Bloodsport itself that really didn't come through me. Sheldon wanted a career, and he wanted to poison my relationship with Jean-Claude. So all of a sudden, at that same time, here comes all these bogus flyers saying I was a Medal of Honor winner, or I'm this, I'm that, and I've never made those claims. Anybody around me who's been close knows those claims, and it was just Sheldon was stabbing my back. When I confronted him about it, even when the LA Times came out with a hit piece on me in 1988, when the movie came out, my detractors paid off this guy to write an editorial, which really only gained ground when the internet happened, by the way, because nobody took it seriously when it first came out. It was buried in the back section of the LA Times and the San Fernando section, and it's an editorial. It's not even a real article. It said my instructor didn't exist. I bought the trophy. Just the most hoaxy things you could ever say to inflame people. But it was all done to protect what was an ongoing consumer fraud about ninjutsu being a martial art. And they just wanted to say, oh, I'm a fake ninja. And I was trying to pass myself off as this when it was the opposite. And Sheldon kind of got in with that crowd. And it was to his benefit. He drove a wedge between me and Jean-Claude this way. But whenever I confront him, he'd be like my best friend. It wasn't until years later that it all kind of came out. And I go, here you are. When I confront you, you're lying to my face, but behind my back, you're the one really doing this. And what's interesting is one of the pamphlets that they use as evidence to say, I claim I won all these medals and all this stuff, uses a headshot. That headshot was taken by Sheldon when we did this short film called Firefight that I helped produce for him to help him get him his career going. So with Sheldon, it's just nothing but a total betrayal. Where he's really upset is when I sued Jean-Claude Van Damme over the Quest, because I wrote that. And if you look at the screenplay cover page for the shooting script, it says story by Jean-Claude Van Damme and material supplied by Sheldon Lettich, based on material by Sheldon Lettich. And the reality is, it was written by myself. Then I ended up, the ICM they wanted a bigger budget, so they said, okay, we want to attach Ed Kamar's name to it and do a rewrite. So they did a rewrite of my screenplay. I ended up getting hit by Zane Frazier, ended up in a coma, was going to die. Sheldon actually came to my VA room. He thought I was out. I could barely open my eyes. I couldn't function, but I could hear, and I could hear him on the phone talking about how they were going to take this project away from me, and they did. And it shows you what's kind of interesting. And this is a very, I think, interesting point, how the universe works. If it wasn't for Zane Frazier hitting me and getting that sneak attack on me, I would have dropped dead because I had brain tumors from the days I fought. All right. They found them because of that. And because I ended up with a lawsuit of that and I got the money, I had enough money to pursue Jean-Claude Van Damme over the Quest. I didn't get money out of it, but I did get my credit. It's on the screenplay. Wasn't there before. You look at the poster, you can see my name on the Quest, story by Frank Dukes.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.